Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're still watching Cairo Local Time, and now we have over the phone Dr. Islam Tharwat, the technology expert, to talk more about the latest developments on the AI sector. Good afternoon, Dr. Islam.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us today in Nile TV International.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, of course.
Thank you, Dr. Islam. Dr. Islam, how does Egypt balance ambition and responsibility in its AI development approach?
Well, of course, Egypt is contributing in a very effective way with responsible AI use. We have witnessed during the past 2 or 3 years a lot of use cases, and of course, it was under the umbrella of the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. And also we can see a lot of effort to extend the application of the AI in a lot of sectors like the fintech, the agriculture. Of course, also it's related with our collaboration and international collaboration with a lot of organizations like the IEEE and International Telecommunication Union, and of course there is a lot of dialogues are being discussed with a lot of experts during the summits, the conferences, and of course being there and to position Egypt as one of the leaders in the application of AI, especially in the Middle East and MENA region, of course is of vital importance for us.
Yeah. Dr. Islam, what are the key pillars of Egypt's national AI strategy so far?
Egypt launched in 2025 its second version of the AI strategy. The first one maybe was launched 5 years ago. However, the second version is characterized with being built on 6 main pillars: the infrastructure, the capacity building, the real use cases and applied use cases, and to develop technological skills, and also to extend this with our higher education, and to build a new generation of intelligent education. So nowadays we can witness a lot of schools and a lot of faculties and universities launched an AI, specialized AI programs, of course, that will attract a lot of students to be able to know that technology and to deal with that. So we are doing a lot of work in terms of the infrastructure as well, because the AI needs a huge amount of competition, and also we can rely on other pillars, like it's not necessarily to have a lot of expensive investment with the huge data centers. Of course, we will not be able to compete with the AI race in that aspect, especially with the huge amount of investment that other countries like US and China is doing. However, we have the capability and the ability to lead the regional market and the African market. So building our own applications and use cases that's aligned with real requirements of the society and the community will allow us maybe to be a key player in the Middle East, and to attract a lot of investment, of course, from our...
yeah, of course. Dr. Islam, how can cooperation with countries of the Global South strengthen the AI innovation?
Of course, the continuous collaboration and to have continuous dialogue with other countries and experts, of course, is of vital importance. Egypt is not standing alone. Egypt is part of global world, and of course, a lot of countries in Europe and also in Asia and of course in US is discussing how especially the responsible use of the AI and what kind of applications and limitations that need to be regulated to allow ethical use and some other aspects. However, being, of course, aligned with our local needs, our local requirements, we can, of course, collaborate and to get a lot of knowledge to exchange the ideas and also to share some insight and use cases with other countries is important. However, to customize those thoughts to fit with our requirements, of course, is a priority for us, because the AI is not a single technology, by the way. We have a lot of AI technologies. Nowadays, we are talking about maybe up to 13 AI technologies. It's not only the large language models or the ChatGPT. We are seeing a lot of discussion with the agentic AI, with the autonomous agents, and many other, the computer vision and the NLP. So it's sometimes some countries are focusing to develop based on some aspects that meet the requirements, and of course we need to have this kind of further discussion and dialogues with them. But at the end of the day, we need to find our way to build our own models that meet our requirements and applications.
Yeah. Dr. Islam, what is the purpose of the Egyptian Charter for Responsible Artificial Intelligence?
Well, of course, the responsible use of the artificial intelligence is important, and there is a huge discussions with the policymakers from the top level of the administration and the government, and also to reach the technical levels. We can see a lot of misbehaving and also some fake news, some fake photos, some misuse of the power and the ability of the AI to develop other maybe to make sure that to assure the privacy of the people. We can see a lot of applications. We can see a lot of bad use, of course, of the AI. So in terms of the responsible AI is of course important, and Egypt has launched a lot of discussions about that. And I think by nature, it's not only about the Egypt. It's about the Egypt, and we can extend that for a lot of countries, that it might be related to the responsibility and the human sense of any people. It's kind of the Arab people, by the way, sometimes misuse the AI in terms of generating a lot of images and looking to have some trends on the social media. This is not really good behavior, but we need to raise the knowledge. We need to increase the awareness about the AI and its limitations, its challenges, and of course the responsible use of it.
Yeah, of course. Dr. Islam, what is a collective vision important for shaping the future of the artificial intelligence?
Well, this is really a good question to talk about the collective, of course. But it's not about it's about the integration. We need to integrate all our resources and the capabilities to focus on developing. I can only remember the India in early in the 20th century, about focusing on the software engineering. They were not developed a lot of technologies in terms of the hardware or software. All the computer technology is coming from Silicon Valley, from US. However, India focused on increasing the capability of its youth and build a new generation that's equipped with the capability of writing software codes. After that, India was one of the leaders in the software industry, and a lot of billions were invested there. And also that affect the reputation of the Indian guy and the Indian engineer. And nowadays we can see a lot of Indian guys that's leading many of the mega and big companies in the IT. I think we have the opportunity to lead the market of the AI and to focus on our new generations, especially with the school students, with the university students, to allow them to master the AI skills and build new generation that's equipped with the new technology. That's, of course, in terms many and also to link that capabilities with the innovation and the entrepreneurship skills, and to build new startups that's based on AI to solve real problem. I truly believe this is one of the most important pillars. Egypt can work on that and attract a lot of investment. At the end of the day, it's about huge amount of investment will be get in the market of the AI, and we really need to be a key player in that market. So it's really important to move quickly nowadays.
Yeah. Dr. Islam, I want to ask you about the access to computing capacity, why it's essential for developing countries.
Well, it's still challenging to have and to gain access, of course, to computing capabilities. The huge data centers and infrastructure is not in Egypt and the developed countries, and there is still a lot of constraints, a lot of limitations to that. Especially, it's not about only the access, it's maybe about the availability of the new hardware. We can see that U.S. and China sometimes put some restrictions to export this kind of hardware and infrastructure. So, of course, it's still a challenging for us, but I think that we will not be able to find. We need to find our blue ocean, and it's not about the hardware and the huge amount of computing, but it's about how to develop new models that don't need a lot of huge amount of computers. And this kind of approach, China was developed DeepSeek in that kind of approaches. They develop AI models, don't need a lot of infrastructure and a huge amount, and that affects, by the way, some of the biggest hardware companies, NVIDIA, and we can see that the market is disrupted because of that. So we need to develop new novel ideas, novel models. And I truly believe that we can do that because we have the capabilities, we have the minds, we have the skills, the required skills to build that with our youth, with our professionals, with our experts and academic, of course, caliber. So we need to work on that. We need just to put the opportunity and to integrate the different communities, the academic communities, with the government, with the industry, and to put specific goal. And I think that we can do a lot in that area.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Islam Tharwat, the technology expert and professor of AI in Cairo University, thank you very much for joining us today in Cairo Local Time.